Then that I also love them.
If something goes wrong in the family, some little thing, do you feel at any time that you are at fault for having something going wrong?
Mm, yes, at one instance. Sometimes when something goes wrong at home and you are taking the blame for it because you think that everything that has happened, it's because of you. But sometimes when you check it out, it's not because of us. Even though we do make mistakes, it is not because of us. Sometimes it just happens.
It just seems that way.
Yes.
And when that happens, when you feel that way, and you talk to your mother?
Yes, I talk to her and she tells me that it is not my fault, and she tries to, she lets me feel that it's not my fault, because she always said, Brittany, it's not your fault, come on. She shows it to me, she loves me, and she tells me not to let it bother me because it is not my fault.
Okay. How do you feel that you are a part of what happens to your parents outside the home? How do you make sure that when they leave the home, they don't have to worry about you?
Well, at school I always behave, and they never get any complaints about me, so they don't really have to worry.
Diana, what do you do? What is your responsibility to make sure that your parents are fine?
Well, yeah, for instance, they set rules for you, so you follow them, and they'll know that, well, this child is very responsible, so I don't really have to worry about her when they are gone. That is my responsibility.
Benjamin, are you responsible for what your parents, how your parents feel, or what they do when they go out to work, when they leave the home? Do you contribute?
Well, I'm not entirely responsible, but I do try and motivate them and tell Daddy you should take breaks sometimes, or help Mommy in the kitchen or something.
Brittany, your mother gives you all that love and attention and tell you you're not at fault when things go wrong. What do you give to your mother? What is your responsibility where she is concerned?
My responsibility is to make sure that she's okay even though I'm small. That I help her in the kitchen when she needs my help. I help her to clean the house. Whenever she wants me to go a particular place, I don't question it. I'll do whatever she asks.
Okay, so in essence, you're doing everything you can at home to make sure Mommy's job is easy. And you too, Benjamin. How else can you ensure, Jenny, that your mommy's life, your daddy's life is easy?
Well, I try to do extremely well in school. I try to pass all my tests. I study very hard. Whenever my mother is at work and I'm at home on summer holiday, whenever she comes home, she always sees the place very clean, and she always asks me how the place looks like that, and I always tell her that I did, and she doesn't believe me.
That's great. So what are some of the things you do, Joel, that can make the relationship with your parents even more agreeable? Make your mommy or your daddy just absolutely fantastically happy that you are their child?
Well, sometimes my parents leave home and they have a lot of things to do, and they come back home and they say, boy, I have to do this when I come back after a long day at work. So I try to finish a lot of them, and then when they come, I try to help them with whatever they have left to do.
What are some of the things you do at home to help your parents? Tell me.
Like I clear out the living room, I set the table for dinner, I take out the plates, I spread the beds.
You do all of that? Diana, do you do that at home?
Not necessarily all of that, but we have pets, two rabbits and a dog, and it is said that children are not, rabbits are not really suitable pets for children. But if my parents are gone and for instance it starts raining or something, I know that I always watch them to see what they do so that I can set up their little home and bring them inside so they will be all right.
And so your parents don't have to worry about that at all?
No.
Boy, you guys are helpful. You are gems. Thank you. Thank you so much. Our children have weighed in on the parenting question. They say love more, beat less, and they will do the chores and mind their manners, at least.
Emergency warning signs of influenza in children include fast or troubled breathing, bluish skin color, dehydration from not drinking enough fluids, sluggishness, not waking up or not interacting, irritability, that is, the child not wanting to be held, fever with a rash, and flu-like symptoms which seem to go away but return with fever and a cough. Children exhibiting these signs need urgent medical attention. In adults, emergency warning signs include difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, pain or pressure in the chest or abdomen, sudden dizziness, confusion, and severe or persistent vomiting. If you see any of these signs, consult your doctor or a public hospital or clinic close to you. A message from the Jamaica Information Service, the Voice of Jamaica.
This is where we'll have to close the pages of Jamaica Magazine today. Please do tune in again tomorrow for another informative and interesting edition. And remember, this and other programs can be viewed online at www.jis.gov.jm. While you're at it, give us your feedback at Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the team here at the JIS, I am Alison Watson. Have a great evening.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.